Heaven I tube, Nkosi Baba is here with another protenuation on my people, on my brethren, on my sister, on my father, on my mother, on my sons and my daughters, the so-called hunter-gatherer people, my people. You know, most peoples, most speakers, most what do they call them? Like people that go against the man and what do they call them? Activists. Because I'm the activated being. So most activists, if you check it, if you really check the levels, most activists be on some black power stuff or like, yeah, let's get our rights. Let's have the same thing that the white men have. Let's try to have the same amount of money they have. All the different worldly stuff. We're fighting, most of the activists are fighting for like black liberation from the standpoint of worldly accomplishments and so-called success. The most successful human on earth, or the most successful people group on earth, so to speak, I gotta give homage once more, is the Khoisan people. They have been living in the most aridest place for eons. Now, we know that they migrated there from eastern parts of the continent, so the Horn of so-called Africa. They're essentially people from Ethiopia. In fact, Ethiopians and Khoisan people have the most ancient genetic code on earth at this point. They have, no, at all points, they have the most ancient genes. The genomics that's expressed, or even the phenotypical expressions, both the Y chromosome and X chromosome that's expressed through the Khoisan and Ethiopians are the most ancient on the entire earth. Now, you know, big up to the people, specifically the Khoisan, that were able to migrate away from all of this development that was going on with humans becoming farmers and stuff. Like when you become a farmer, you're becoming like a slave, or either a plantation owner, a slave master or a slave. The Khoisan said, nah, we trying to still be humans. We want to still be real. So they went to the farthest lengths and still even went into the desert, and still was able to live life. So big up to my people. I'm not here for so-called black people. I'm not the black people savior. This is the savior for humanity. And it's not even the illusion of a one person. This energy, I'm coming in many people and y'all sighting it. I know the eyes that seeing, they can really see. And they see what's going on. They can see the change, the transformation happening for the new earth order. So once again, I'm not just for so-called black people. In fact, there's no human that's actually so-called black. There's no human that's so-called white. This is brown. We are brown. We are brown humans with melanin, which is different shades of brown. You have brown like this, the middle color brown. Then you have the dark, dark brown. Even the darkest of the darkest in Sudan, they are brown. We are all brown. Then you have so-called white people, which are not white. They are like the color of sand, which is brown. Everything is brown. As y'all probably see my Empress do a video on this. We're doing topics, each strong. We don't call them weaks, we call them strongs. Because life keeps us strong. It's not to make us weaken on the weekend so we could go have fun and stuff. No, it's to strengthen the strong end or the strong. So I am for humans. I'm not for so-called black people. So there might even be some so-called white people that are resonating with what Nkosi Baba is saying. For example, look in South America right now. You have so-called hunter-gatherers in South America, in the Amazon rainforest. Now, the pigment of their skin is a lighter hue of melanin, and they can be perceived as a white person because maybe their hair is a little bit more straight and their skin is a little bit more light. Though even they are brown and they are hunter-gatherers, and they will resonate with what Nkosi Baba is saying if it was translated to them in a language that they can understand, maybe Spanish. So we even got people speaking Spanish for this Seagull Empire message. We have every language that can reach someone, from English to Spanish to Swahili to French. Everyone on earth has heard this message, by the way. You're hearing it filtered through Nkosi Baba or through Seagull Empire Avenue. Though this is a spirit that has been expressed through sent beings. There's beings that are sent here. You have many that are called, few that are chosen, and even fewer that are sent. And I are sent here because it's the world ended its new earth order. Get in tune. So once again, big up to all of my people, the Khoisan. They were wiped out in certain areas from like even all the way up into the Congo, the Pro-Go, because we're GoPros. They were wiped out in those environments by this Bantu expansion. So we talk about how white people are colonizers and blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, white people colonize the earth. Actually, people with browner, darker brown skin, we colonized the earth before white people. They just were perpetuating what they saw their father and mother do. In fact, everybody on earth right now, all of you Babylonians that are waking up, that want to live life, pay homage and pay respect to, first of all, Nkosi Baba, and definitely pay respect to your father and your mother, the Khoisan people. They have the most ancient genes on earth. They are not subhuman. In fact, what people have done with these shitties and these new shitstems, those are subhumans. They're being underhuman. The only real human that's above your little fake fallacy reality is somebody like the Khoisan people that you label as hunter-gatherers, or even the pygmies and these different people. The Bantu expansion, where they have wiped out thousands of these real humans and even tried to kill pygmies or kill these hunter-gatherers because they said if you eat the body, they get magical powers or blah, 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 or they turned them into their slaves, or many different things. They've done so much corruption to humanity, to their own self. And there's a price that's being paid. All of you must bow to the Most High. And if you don't bow, you will burn. Remember, Nkosi Baba shared that. A lot of us, I know we love Bantu knots and all these things. Oh, I love Bantu knots. To be honest with you, we need to not be Bantu. Because what the Bantu have represented, and yes, guess what? This is coming from somebody that has even Bantu within his blood. I'm a mixture of every type of so-called African, every type of human Nkosi Baba represent, because I'm sent here for humans. So even some of the Xhosa and the Bantu people are going to listen and resonate with what I'm saying. Our army is big. There's thousands, millions of us. By the way, the thing is that the focal point is the continent. I'm focusing on our people here on the continent, the so-called hunter-gatherers. Big up to the Khoisan. Big up to the Hadzabe people. Big up to the Chabu people of Ethiopia. Big up to the Pygmy people. Big up to the Andaman Islands, Sentinelese people. They all work for I. Jah's army is beyond what you can imagine. We don't need guns. What is a gun? We can teleport our mind and go travel the entire galaxy. We don't need their little fake phones. I'm using the phone so I can deliver the message to the mind that is trapped within a device. Because if I don't say it, who else gonna say it? All the governments of South Africa and Botswana, these wannabe bots. Namibia. Nah, maybe, yeah. Bro, like, listen, wake up. Knock, knock, knock. There's mail at the door for you. I'm delivering the mail. The true deliverance of life. Return to life. Get away from death. We don't need to be a part of society. Society is, they're lost. We have lost our own mind living this way. So once again, this is not a disrespect to so-called Bantu tribe. In fact, there is no so-called tribe and all this tribalism. We're one human. If we're going to say it in English, we are humans. And the meek inherits all of this. Yeah, we use their own Bible words against, we use the so-called lower I, the lower self, we use the lower I's words against itself. So yes, I use these little biblical quotes to deliver the message of salvation. The Christos is before you. So, Nkosi Sikelele Africa, man. God bless Africa. Let's keep growing forward. We won. You see, Babylon won many, many fights, though Christ wins the war. Remember that. And when I say Christ, I'm talking about the children of the Most High, the natural people, the people that know how to live one with the earth. Not someone limited to like carnal behavior. I'm not talking about that kind of natural. I'm talking about a spiritual person that can live one with the earth and know how to tread lightly. Their heart is as light as a feather. They don't worry about money and clothes and Babylon stuff, cars and all these illusions. Because we have the highest form of technology. And that's the spiritual link to the Most High. So, I've said a mouthful. Let this food help you and sustain you. God, I heal, I grow. I might just, I